see, Jesus had to prepare the church to be able to meet what they were going to meet later on.
这个耶稣是要预备教会去面对他们将来要面对的这些处境。
Now the church came out. The early church were all Jews.
大家知道早期的教会都是犹太人，信徒都是犹太人。
Now the Jews, as we know, trusted in the law.
我们知道犹太人是信靠律法。
That law was the foundation of their religion.
对他们来说，这个律法是他们这个信仰的根基。
Now, these people who are following Jesus, what are they going to trust in?
那些跟随耶稣的犹太人，那他们是要相信什么？他们是用什么做根基呢？
Now, from the view of the Jews, or the view of the world, they would be trusting in something that was rejected.
在他们的这个世界观里面，他们必须要相信一些东西是什么？是被这个世界所弃绝了的东西。
Now, Jesus has described the church in different ways.
这个耶稣描述这个教会的时候，是用不同的方式来描写的。
But one way it was described as a building.
他有一个地方他说，这个教会呢就像一个建一个房子。
Now, a building always has a foundation.
我们知道建房子一定要盖地基的。
This building has a foundation.
现在这栋楼也是有一个地基的。
You and I don't see it, but it's there.
尽管我们肉眼不能看见这个地基，但是这栋楼是建在这个地基上面。
And the foundation has a keystone to stabilize the building.
在这个地基的上面呢，古时候建房子的时候，它有一块大的石头，这块石头呢，成为这个地基的主要的部分。
Now, Jesus had told the Jews a parable.
这个耶稣呢就讲了一个比喻给他的门徒来听。
You can open up Matthew 21.
如果大家看到马太福音的第21章
33 to 42.
在33节的到42节。
Now, we're not going to go through that, but I'll be touching all the different points that are in there.
我们不是要看全一段的，但是呢，我们大概会是粗略的来看一下这个故事。
Now, this parable was about a man who planted a vineyard.
这个故事是什么呢？是说这个有一个人呢，他这个有一个葡萄园。
He then, after he planted the vineyard, then he rented out the vineyard to tenants.
他这个葡萄园整好了以后呢，他把这个葡萄园就租给这些园户，就是葡萄园里面这个种葡萄啊这些人。
Now, when the harvest time came, naturally, he expected to receive a portion of the harvest.
那么因为这个葡萄园是葡萄园主的，所以呢，到这个收葡萄的时候呢，葡萄园主自然就想尝一尝这葡萄的味道是什么样。
But in this parable, the tenants refused to pay. They give him anything.
但是呢，很有意思的，在这个故事里面，这个比喻里面说什么呢？当主人说：“哎，我能不能尝一下你们收成的这个葡萄的时候，园户说不行。”
When the servants came around, they beat some of them.
这个非常奇怪的是，当这个主人差遣一个仆人到他这个园子里面去，跟这个园户要一点葡萄的时候，居然他们把这个仆人给杀了。
And they drove them away from the vineyard.
然后呢，他们就是把不但是把仆人赶出去，而且呢是杀了这仆人。
Then the owner sent other servants.
然后呢，这个主人又打发别的仆人去，说这怎么回事呢？我去人怎么不回来了呢？
They did the same thing to them. They even killed some of them.
然后他们去了以后，是这个主人差遣的仆人是去一个，他们就杀一个。
But then in the parable it says the owner at last sent his own son.
这个比喻讲下去说，最后这葡萄园主说，他们杀我的仆人，我现在要叫我的儿子去，他们应该不会杀我的儿子。
And the owner said, they will respect my son.
因为我是葡萄园的园主嘛。那如果我的儿子去了，他们会尊重我的儿子嘛。
But they didn't.
但是呢，很可惜他们没有这样做。
They treated him just like the servants and even worse.
当他这个儿子去的时候，这个园户不但是要同样的方法对待这个前面这些仆人，甚至更加的苦待他。
They threw him outside of the vineyard and they killed him.
他们是把他推到葡萄园外面，然后在外面把他杀了。
You see, that's what Michael just told us in the communion service. Jesus came into Jerusalem, and then they took him out of Jerusalem and they killed him.
这个就像我们刚才领圣餐的时候，神对我们说，这个耶稣进了这个耶路撒冷，后来呢，耶路撒冷人把他拿住以后，就推到耶路撒冷城外，钉在十字架上，耶稣就死了。
But then Jesus concluded the parable this way.
现在呢，耶稣讲完这个比喻以后，他就做了一个结论。
And he asked them, what would the owners do?
这个他就问耶稣，讲完这个故事以后，他就问他的门徒说：“你们说这些园户对这个葡萄园主的主人的仆人和主人的儿子做了这些事以后，这个葡萄园主会要做什么呢？”
See, that's in Matthew 21:40, the passage you were looking at.
这就是我们看的马太福音21章的第40节。
And the people answered, the people who were listening to him, the Jews who were listening to him, said they would destroy him. The owner would destroy those people.
当耶稣问说园主来的时候要怎样处置这些园户呢？他们这些门徒说要下毒手除灭那些恶人。
And the owner would give the vineyard to somebody else.
然后他们说，这个主人呢要将葡萄园另外租给那些按时候能够交一些果子给园主的这样的一些园户。
And then Jesus said, "Didn't you ever hear what was in the scripture?"
所以耶稣接着马上问他们说：“你们忘记了在旧约圣经里面有一句话是这样说的吗？”
And to the passage that you read together here in Psalm 118.
我们刚才读的这个，在这个诗篇第118。
You see, look at your folders again, and we'll go through that. You see, open to me now. In here, he says in verse 22, the stone which the builders rejected.
在诗篇第118章的22节说，匠人所弃的石头
has become the chief cornerstone.
他说他已成了这个房角的头块石头。
You see, Jesus was implying that Judaism would be abolished.
这个耶稣这里实际上是在暗示，是最后犹太教将要被废除。
But God's promise to Abraham would be given to somebody else.
但是呢，神对亚伯拉罕的应许呢，这个神的应许将要临到其他人，不是犹太人了。
See, in Psalm 108, look at that Psalm 118.
我们看诗篇的第118是怎样说。
In verse 19 it says, "Open to me the gates of righteousness."
在19节说，给我敞开一门。
Sin had closed those doors.
人的罪已经把这些公义的大门关上。
The law did not open those gates.
这个律法没有办法把这公义的大门再次的打开。
You see, all the law did was show the reason why the gate was closed.
我们知道这个律法只是告诉我们为什么上帝公义之门已经关上，因为罪的缘故。
And so in verse 19 it says, "Open the gates of righteousness, and I shall enter through them."
所以在第19节，诗篇22章19节说，给我敞开一门，我要进去称谢耶和华。
Jesus was the first to pass through those gates.
这个耶稣是第一个过这个义门的。
But they had to be opened.
但是这个义门必须要开着，他才能过。
My friends, they were opened by Jesus' resurrection.
弟兄姐妹、朋友们，这个义门是怎么开？是有耶稣的死和复活，把这个上帝公义的大门再次的打开。
And so he says, "I will enter through them," and by his resurrection, that's what he did.
所以他说我要进去称谢耶和华，通过耶稣的复活，把这个神